Friends of Logie Green Spaces wants to thank Changemakers for helping support us with the children's play area at Victoria Gardens. This video looks at our overall plans, what we've achieved, and what we have left to come. This is really our update video, and we will follow up as the project becomes complete. Let's start by looking at the project overall. Now, what we have here is a cute little children's drawing of the garden, and what we can see here is our tree that is in existence and the overall caterpillar trail, which is the theme of our children's play area. Now, what we're keen to ensure is that this garden is not replicating a play park. In fact, there's a play park next door in Logie Park. What this is, it's a place for children when they come to the garden, either with their parents or just to explore the garden, they have a place for themselves. And we're doing this by using earthenworks and bits of the garden. So this is our start of our caterpillar trail with our lovely earthen caterpillar. And what we want to think about is what this looked like before. This was an area that was for a lot of dumping of compost, mulch, and became neglected and not used. So this is where we decided to take it and transform it by creating our earthenworks that are the caterpillar and the cocoon, which we'll talk about in a moment. And if we come look at the front of this little caterpillar, at the time of taking this video, we were putting its face together, which have a little caterpillar face right there, which we'll paint to be a smiley caterpillar. And as I said, this was at one point a bit of a derelict area. We've cleaned that up. We've taken away a lot of the toys that are broken, but have left the swings and the other things that the children really do enjoy. Now let's go now and look at our cocoon. So the children will play on the caterpillar, they can play on the swings, and then they may go over to our cocoon section. And this is back over here. So let's look at what this will look like. So right now we have this curved earthen mound, and we're going to fit this sort of fort structure within it so that it sits inside the mound and eventually looks like this. It means children can crawl into it, they can climb on top of it. We're making sure that it's accessibly wide enough for children in disability, mobility issues can get into it, and children can get up inside it. And so this whole area has been cleaned up, and it's a great place for children to explore. Now let's look at where we're going to put our butterfly. So at the end of the trail is a lovely butterfly, which we are making out of wood and materials, and then we're going to have clematis growing up into the wings. There will be a place where children can put their face and be part of that butterfly project. Now we're going to look at this little area. It's our fairy garden. We're going to have a little workshop for kids to come and paint little fairy houses. And it's going to be dotted around the tree. The tires are going to become toadstools, and it's a fun project. We'll have children come be a part of the garden and add to that at a later date. Now, this isn't the only project. Changemakers has also helped fund us for a booklet to give to children when they come to the garden. And what we've done is it's a little caterpillar trail where kids can take an adventure through the garden to discover it, learn more about the garden itself, sustainability, and how the garden works and how that aspect of getting food from the garden works. Now, a fun part of this, it's tied to a workshop. Gillian McFlynn, artist here on the left, has done a workshop on the 4th of April with both adults and children on creating little emblems that will be placed around the garden. These emblems will be put into 10, as we can see here, and are all different elements of that will be a garden, leaves, animals, and different bits. Children that were too young to do sort of the 10 foil elements drew pictures, and that will be included in the booklet. Whereas the 10 bits will be placed around the garden as part of that larger scavenger hunt with matching emblems in the book. So for example, there might be this leaf in the book, and the children have to go find that leaf in the garden. And it's going to be a really good way for them to explore that garden while learning about it. And this is a general summary of what we've done and where we're going. There have been challenges. There's reasons why we're not complete as we had hoped. The first is the cocoon, which is a big part of the build project, could not be completed until another project we're doing A new set of compost bins were complete. Our volunteer builder, is needed to finish that first before starting the fort. But those materials have all been purchased, and that is on the plans to have completed by April. Additionally, the workshop was originally supposed to have happened in February, but due to weather, it had to be cancelled, and the artist wasn't able to set a new date in the diary until April. And because so many of the elements of that workshop, such as images from the 10 renderings and the children's drawings, will be part of that booklet. And thank you so much to Changemakers. This has made such a difference has already made such a difference in the garden, and it's really helped bring the volunteers together in the garden and parts of the Friends of Logie Green Spaces together to work on a project.